I think that the transformations that are happening on the web right now are pretty enormous, and I think that what's really important to understand about it is that previously it used to be just a few institutions or a few privileged individuals who created information and were able to distribute that information widely. But with the growth of the internet and a whole host of other technologies, anybody can create information, whether it's a photo from a birthday party over the weekend, or whether it's a blog post, or whether it's a status update. And not only can they create that, but then they can distribute that to the people that they know and the people who care about their opinion. So we're seeing this shift on the web, which is began 15 years ago with the beginning of the web and is continuing to blossom now, where everyone becomes information creators. And not only are they creating that, but that information is then being consumed by the people who are most interested in it. I think that's a revolution in the way information is created and distributed, and it's something that touches every organization. Well, I think that nonprofits and organizations in general can use the web in a couple key ways. I think that first off, it's really, really important to connect with people who are supporters of an organization so that they understand not just what you're doing as an organization, but why you're doing it and why it's important. So previously people, had a message, broadcasted it out, and hoped that it resonated with people. But with what the web now enables organizations and individuals to do is to have a message, put that out there, get people's response, hear what they have to say, and then enable those actual supporters to also tell their own stories. So instead of it being like an organization at a center broadcasting a message outward, the web enables organizations to allow lots of supporters, everyone and anyone who could be involved, to be part of that process of interaction, communication, and organization building. So when it comes to the most powerful way for organizations to utilize social media, I don't think that there's a way or a silver bullet that is going to really help organizations take advantage of the changes that have happened online recently. And that's because social media is not a thing. It's not a thing that you can pick up and integrate directly into an organization. It's a set of technologies and values that can and do directly impact how organizations operate. So it can work on any given level. The basic idea is that you build a technology platform that enables anyone who's connected with your organization to participate. They can create information, they can customize information, they can share information, and they can do that in a system that is created to actually integrate these different points on the network. So when it comes to whether you should integrate a platform into your business that has groups and events, some businesses may need that, others might not. If you're a consumer-facing business, then you certainly need a Facebook page or profile. Other organizations who are more internally focused might need another platform. So I think that it's really required that you understand how social media works and what it is to understand how it's most useful to your organization. It's one thing to set up a Facebook page, that's great. That's your first step. It's another thing to understand why setting up a Facebook page is important and how to use that so it actually not just broadcasts a message for your organization, but enables the people who are related to your organization or curious about it to learn more, to become more engaged, and to potentially share information about your organization with their friends, peers, family members. So there's a whole process of learning how the internet is working and is evolving to work that is required to figure out exactly what the solutions are for any given organization. So I think that for educational institutions in particular, there's a huge opportunity to enable people who were previously students or even faculty or in any way affiliated with the school to hold on to that connection. And what's interesting and really hopeful about what the internet, and particularly this wave of the internet, offers is it's not just about an individual staying in touch with an institution and getting a newsletter about what's going on. It's also about enabling that person to stay in touch with the people who are important to them at that given institution. So if you went to a school, yeah, you want to get the newsletter to find out what's going on, but you also want to know what your peers or your roommates or your other people in your classes are up to and doing now. And so I think this whole generation of the web helps individuals preserve those connections, and it's up to schools to make it easier for that to happen within the domain of their given institution.